our dough, chaps. We've done our dough.
Welcome back to Odds Week 56. Week 55 was one of the weeks I've been hoping for, so doubled the money, 50 into 102. Caulfield, some of the key winners were Flaming Romans. I think it ended up paying about 950. I think I got it at like 8. I still thought it was good. That was a good win. And then putting Nations Call in the Cornella was quite pivotal. Got back about 15 or so out of that, but about 18 or 20 out of Flaming Romans. Amusantes in Brisbane was good in like race 1. And then Herbert Park running a place, got some dollars back. Ended up being really bumper. So before that, the racing percentage had been something like 4% up, and now it's back to 6. And then on footy, we got voided. Bobby Hill didn't play, and then we would have got the other legs except for Jamie Elliott. So which Charlie West did kick a goal. Thank you, Charlie. Elliott kicked 1 of 2. I think McStay was the other, kicked 1. So yeah, got money back, which was okay. Minus 2% on sports days. But yeah, racing back up. So now we're back up to 4% overall. The share market's still well above 10%. So chasing. But overall, the bet percentages were a bit higher of the total. So rather than $1.50 $1 here, it was sort of like $2.50 or $5. Son of Kirk was another winner. Had $5 on that. So we'll stick with the same sort of formula. Gonna insert a system where each race give it a bit of a tag, high, medium, low, bettability. And if it's a race with a promo, say where the bettability is still low, then might just do like $1.50 the win, $1 the place. But if it's a race with no promos and it's low, we might just skip it altogether. We're looking for anything high where there's a vulnerable favourite and good outsiders. So today's Flemington, Rosehill, and then some good racing at Sunshine Coast. I'm just going to stick to Flemington and Rosehill because I ran out of money even before I got to Sunshine Coast. So Flemington, there are a few things, and Rosehill the same. So start with Flemington, race 1. Next gen sprint is 1,200 metres. So Barkash has got good Flemington experience. It's won down the straight before. Barrier 7 shouldn't matter too much down the straight where they're going to settle. 59 kilos second up's probably more of concern. Jimmy Ricard was good winning first up. Looks pretty capable, but it's got to translate that Gosford form into Flemington form. And then Job Done was good winning its maiden. It was sort of in a tricky position, 4th, a bit exposed, a little bit wide, and then it still powered home down the straight. That puts it in good stead. However, it is difficult to know how they're going to go down the Flemington straight. And then a few of these ones down the order. Blethen's capable. Redders at 60 to 1 as well might be okay. And then Street Artist and Angel Ladder, especially Street Artist, really strong trials. So I'd almost be going just a standard bet on Barkash. I think it's a low. I'd say a low this race, just with Barkash with the weight and with some of the others being improvers. And I do just each way simple bet on Barkash with the promo, and then an exacta with all those bottom runners, 5, 6, 7, 8 to win, and then for second 1, 3, and 4 the faves, just in case it's a blowout, and then the Quinella and exacta dividends are skewed. Race 2, Title Dropsy Series Final. Bucklick, however you say it, is the favourite at $1.70, named after a Scottish hereditary title. Interesting name. It's been winning well. It's been probably not being too much, but it's probably the way that it's been winning has been quite impressive. It's probably a little bit of a vulnerable favourite at that price, but still probably better than everything in this field. Arcora was a good second. 2 Buckliak made up some good ground. And what notes have I got on that? Bugliak, Arcora. Yeah, Arcora's 2.5 kilos better off. And then Sky Deal's going to improve this time. I feel like being at a done deal, that's just going to get better and better as it gets to 16 beyond to 2,000, 2,400. So keen to see what that's going to do. It's probably more your 3rd, 4th place getter at this stage, but be cool if it won. And Valdewarrior made up a lot of ground last time from the back behind Banjo Music. So that's capable too. Was paying 23 yesterday, now 26. Barrier 1, it might get trapped on the fence when it goes back though. So that's something to watch out for. And Bayou Music was a bit green last time, and that can continue. They tend to take a while to get out of that. So I'd say it's a medium sort of race in terms of betting. I'd just have a saving bet on the favourite with the promo. So I'll probably do like $1.50, $2.50 each, just for the win actually, not each way. And then I'll have something on Sky Deal, just in case that improves a lot today. Big track. We'll like to get into its prep and get a bit more distance. So especially for the place, that could be something. And then Valda Warrior, probably a Quinella for 1, 7 and 10. The big favourite, and then 2 outsiders. Race 3, Santa Ana Lane Sprint Series final listed. I really wanted to be on Joyful Fortune because it's such a prominent Flemington horse, but it was scratched, so leaves us with not a whole lot. It's a small field. Marble Nine's been in good form lately, winning 2 here, down the straight. Thespian Waters from Tassie seems pretty talented, coming up against the bigger guns now. Strong win place record, 17 starts, 6 wins, 7 placings. 5th last time at Flemington, 3 legs behind Marble Nine, so room for improvement. And then here comes the star, very capable, 21 starts, 5 wins, 5 placings. So just, again, this one, going to say I would have put it in the medium category if Joyful Fortune was running, but without it, I'll say it's low. Just have a saving bet on Marble Nine. With the promo, that's pretty good, that you can still get bonus bets back in like a 6-horse field. And then an exacta with those 2 down the bottom, Thespian Waters as Here Comes the Star, as standouts with the rest of the field. I just feel like they will be involved in what happens. Race 4, this is a 1600 metre Silver Bowl Series final. Big favourite here, Nobilis, $1.95. Last time I went forward and was really hard to run down, won by 3 lengths at Sandown. So it's had a bit of a go at like that longer straight, holding off a few things. Zorro's Flight was good ages ago when it won. It beat a bit of a hot pot that day. It had a really good run on the speed, so that's something to note. Where it's paying 23, it could just get quite a good run and do well for the price. Keep that in mind. From a distance, I totally discounted that last time, but it ran really well. That close-up second behind Taken. Yeah, that totally turned my ideas around, and I think that the 5 is almost value here. Nobilis will have all eyes on it, and from a distance can just go under the radar. And then Everrain's been winning lately. A few of them have, so pretty tricky. I just either go Nobilis or from a distance, and exotics no real idea. Here Calcalo has been scratched, I believe. Yep, that one's out. Santa Ana Moon out of Puissance de Lune. Probably tends to win at big odds, so it might keep up that sort of trend. And then Everrain was wide last time, but still won. Some of the notes there. Winning Toast drawn out a bit wide. Not sure how the form's going to stack up. So we'll stick with those faves. Nobilis from a distance, keep it simple. Race 5, Banjo Paterson Series final. So Virtuous Circle is still running well in stronger races, but 1 win from 9 out the track. Bit concerning. Virtual Circle at 550. Bold Soul's paying 4. It's the favourite. It won pretty well last time over pretty much the same distance, beat Mook to Mill. That's there. Golden State Warrior's been running a lot of placings, 4th, 3rd over this sort of distance range. 3rd last time behind Bold Soul, only half a length. Barrier 10, so it should go back a bit. Captain Electric's I think it was the favourite. Now it's the second favourite at 420. Feel like it's not going to be that much of a Flemington horse, probably more your Caulfield Mooney Valley sort of type. Made up a lot of ground last time behind Flaming Romans. Interested to see what it does here. A few other ones, Samuel Lang hauling around the mark. Artican getting up to the distance that it ranged that it wants. Number 1 it's paying 26 now. It was paying 31. Form Group 2, Group 3 form in Dubai. Keen to see how that goes. So each way bet on Artican at those odds of sort of around your... Oh no, wrong horse. Shamakan. Shamakan is what we want. So Artican had that good form from Dubai. Similar story for Shamakan. Form over the 2400 in France. It got up to 3000 and it was a bit too far for it perhaps. But this 2500 metre range is good. So each way of Shamakan just to see if that can improve today at Flemington. And then otherwise, win bet on Bold Soul. Just because there's not really many other options. I think that at $4 is a better option than Golden State Warrior at $4.40, and also Captain Electric. I think that'll struggle a little bit. So just by default, by elimination, Bold Soul, and then maybe a Quinella for 4, 6, 8. 4, 6, 8. We probably should put one other one. We'll put in Virtuous Circle 3, 4, 6, and 8. Quinella there. Race 6, Creswick Stakes, 1200 metre listed. A few winners here. She's an Artist, won easily last time at Flemington over the 1100. Down the straight, it can be a little bit tricky to back it up. Long Bruise coming off a win, Duchess Zoo, a few of them, Soft Love, Madame Maserati made a lot of ground last time. Bridal Waltz ran third at Flemington behind, but it was in the same race. She's an Artist. It did win, it was first time down its part of the track, so She's an Artist came wider and Bridal Waltz won sort of its section, so that always bodes well for me. So She's an Artist, pretty short. You could easily do just the win bet on that, but I'll do it each way on Bridal Waltz just because it's paying 9. It's had 4 runs in with a prep, so it's pretty rock solid, pretty tough. And keep it simple. I think that race, I'd put it at medium at best, just too many chances, and She's an Artist, probably a bit too short at that $1.55. So just Google me, want to make a note. That's down from Wagga. The Wagga Specialist, 150 to 1. They do tend to bring horses from the country down for these straight races that are just seemingly outclassed, and then all can surprise. But yeah, let's watch that at 150s, 15 for the place. So that's race 6. Race 7, the Mahogany Challenge Final. So Politely Done was taken up to Eagle Farm for one of the feature races up there, and just made some decent ground from back in the field. Down in class today, obviously. Chocolates, I feel like it's going to be very consistent at Flemington in this distance range. Last time just lost to Don't Stop the Rock. Barrier 13 is pretty poor, but I feel like it's got a lot to offer still. Nico Frod's getting up to 3 runs in, probably quite fit in the right distance range. That's paying 15. That's to watch. And is off 2 wins. I feel like the grade hasn't been that good coming down from Kembla. Not sure. I think that should be longer. Hot Majesty was good for us a couple of starts ago. Not sure. Vella's Machine is now the favourite at 440. Made a lot of ground last time from the back. That's definitely right in the frame with Chocolates. Frontline Action was good last time. Same race. A lot of these runners coming out of this same race. Frontline Action ran around about 3rd or 4th the whole way, then stuck on for 6th. Drawn well again, Barrier 5. That's pretty good. And then Thinking Gold. That's 80 to 1 at the moment, 18 for the place. 8 runs, 1 win, 4 placings. It's been running to the last 2 in these sort of quality grade over the 2000. Only a few legs away last time. Before that, it was sort of tail off a bit. But before that, at Geelong, it won its maiden pretty well. I think it's got some staying ability, and in a race like this, shouldn't go under the radar too much. So just a place bet on Thinking Gold, and then a Quinella for 2 Chocolates, 3 Nico Frod, 9 Bella's Machine, 11 Frontline Action, and 18 Thinking Gold. I think it's a pretty good betting race. Could probably put that one in the medium category, the strong end of the medium category. So that's race 7. Race 8, we're now at a promo range from that race 7 onwards, so being a bit more scrupulous in what we do. The feature of the day, Winter Championship Series Final, listed grade, 1600. So Barclay Square, it's priced like it can't run well at the distance, but it did win over 1700 last prep, and it's a pretty high quality performance. So it was paying 61 just before, now it's into 41. Barrier 1, I want to have something each way just because it's just because of the reputation. Detonator Jack, similar deal. It's run a lot of Group 1s in Sydney, and second up here. Second up record, 1 win and 2 placings from 5 starts. Placed both times at the track here. 1 was a win. Drawn poorly, but in a race like this, I think that's got a lot to offer at $11. So I want to be on each of those, dollar each way. Jimmy the Bear's poorly drawn. Dashy's got a very poor record here. No placings out of 6 runs. Holy Man's has been around the mark. That can't be left out of maybe exotics and things at paying 15. Munamek, as we know, loves Flemington. Was prolific here last winter, winning quite a few. So I think second up, he'll be pretty primed and loves the track and distance. 6 starts, 3 wins and a placing here, track and distance. So Munamek can't be discounted at 23. And Oh So Good won really well last start. Could be hitting a really big patch of form. It's priced for that. It's paying $2.40. I think it's a bit short. It's a really strong field at this grade. Hughes is coming off two wins, but 4 out of the last 5. It's 1. Red Galaxy before last start, well, last start lost by 6 legs, but before that it was pretty consistent. I think that's got a chance as well. So I wouldn't be taking the 240 about Oh Too Good, and I would be still thinking Hughes is going to run well. I think the value is more in the Munamek and the Detonator Jack sort of zone. So I'll do a big Quinella for 1 Buckley Square, 2 Detonator Jack, 5 Holy Mans, 6 Munamek, 11 Hughes, and 14 Red Galaxy. But yeah, each way on Detonator Jack and Munamek. And then race 9, we want to do just a small bet, if anything, Quinella for 1 running by 2 Firebet, 3 Molly Knickers, and 6 Terrastar, with Terrastar as the standout. I think that's been consistent. That'll run well. Solish is a favourite. I don't think it should be. One well at Sandown last time, but this is pretty strong. Firebet and they're running by pretty tricky customers. Running by's got a lot of weight. I also have a very small play on that. Sassy Boom's in the mix. Tricky race. Then going over to Rosehill. Race 1, small field, heavy track, although it is down to a soft 7 now. Raging Force has won 2 runs really well, likes to go and lead. Barrier 1 today. Very short at the $1.70, but it seems like the obvious choice. Just Awesome's also coming off a 1 start, 1 win. Didn't win by as much. Raging Force put a gap on them. Just Awesome was sort of like by half a length. Marchand's had a good trial. Horseshoe Hill's coming off a good win. Just going to keep it simple and go Raging Force. $1.50 the win. And then the Quinella with Marchand, in case that runs into second. But yeah, I think from barrier 1, Raging Force just go forward, and we'll just stick with that. Race 2 is a midway over the 1200, 72 grade. This one I would put as a good, as a medium to high betting race, because Zurippa's never won on heavy, and the other, that's paying $2.90, and the other favourite Iron Man's at $3.70. Also, not super prolific on the heavy, 3 starts for 1 win. But also the winning strike rate for both of them is sort of around 15 to 17%. So I think they're pretty risky favourites. Equilibrist is one on the heavy that was paying 10 just before, now it's into $8.50. And Don Juan was paying 15 just before, now it's into 14. I think both of those have got good heavy track form. So each way on 7 and 9. And then a Quinella just with the value for 6 La Senora Dane at 14, 7 Equilibrist at 8s, 9 Don Juan at 15s, and 11 Melee at 13s. Just in case those favourites go under. Race 3, the highway handicap over 1200, so class 3. Again, exit fee, pretty good horse, 2 wins out of the 9 starts, hasn't won on the heavy. We've got Lordster, who's first up. It's 1 first up of 4, it's 2 from 2 on heavy. That's currently paying 15. And another one down the order, Via Vegas. Barrier 1, it's a leader. It's coming off 2 wins. Last win was on soft. The win before that was on heavy. It put 3 lengths on them there. If it's a bit of a leaderish track, Via Vegas could go forward. It'd be hard to run down. So I want to have each way bets on both of those, Via Vegas and Lordster, and then a big Quinella for 3 Lordster, 7 Powder Man, 12 Via Vegas, 10 Let's Go Brandon, and 17 Cumnock. So yeah, that's a pretty good betting race. Again, a bit of a vulnerable favourite perhaps. And then race 4, same deal. Codet is a very easing favourite at $5.50. Hasn't won on the heavy before, drawn out barrier 10, has a 3 kilo claim to offset that 59 kilos. Sakima's an interesting one. That ran in some listed grade races last prep at Moonee Valley and was around the mark. I was keen to back it at 20s, but then they replaced, I think it was Kieran McAvoy last time they replaced with Brandon Knock, who's a 2 kilo claiming apprentice. Sorry, it was Tommy Berry last time. Just that sort of turned me off a little bit. Golden Strand's coming off a big win. That's currently paying $9.50. Is also capable on the wet grounds. One out of its 2 heavy track starts. So yeah, the favourites are vulnerable, and instead of Sakima, we'll go Golden Strand, $1 each day. Sorry, $1 each way. And that's actually the whole 50 bet. So I won't even continue on there. We'll just stick with that Flemington and Rosehill. And then sport-wise, the ideal goal would have been the West Coast GWS game last night, where there was a guaranteed bonus bet back on Sportsbet. Today we'll just go with the Essendon Gold Coast game. Gold Coast don't seem to love playing at Marvel. They lost to Richmond by about 11 points. They beat St Kilda by 19. Essendon haven't been great, but this match has gone a bit under the radar. They get a couple of people back. One of them, which is Ridley, and then also Durham from suspension. They might play all right. There's no guarantee they'll win, but even to get within 40 points to pay $1.29, which I thought was pretty decent at a ground where they can play well, or actually play their best football. So 5 league multi, all sort of simple, straightforward things. Essendon with a 40.5 point head start, that's $1.29. Then Peter Wright for a goal was about $1.10. Nate Caddy for a goal was probably about $1.12. And then Ben King for a goal, he was like $1.03. I'm not going to go 2 just because against Richmond he only kicked 1, so maybe he doesn't love the Dome that much. And then Ben Long for a goal, I think he was about $1.12. So 5 legs, bonus bet back if you miss one, and odds of like 240, 245. So $20 on that. Hopefully that'll get us out of the rut, out of the negative sports betting situation we're in. And that's everything. So enjoy the betting. It's sort of the winter's coming to an end. Bets are up on screen. We're going to start to get into some spring racing soon, especially at Flemington, and times are very, very good. So yeah, have a great weekend and see you soon.
And then came Sweet Liaison as they turned for home. Jefferson, he's been in front every inch of the way. He's out wide too.